Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
So no real motorsport to round up from this past weekend. In fact, the only race of note was the NASCAR race. Hollywood Casino 400 from Kansas City. Won by Denny Hamlin, but Busch takes the lead. Not that it matters, as NASCAR does not reward consistent point scoring. The race in Kansas was boring as all hell. A few incidents towards the end, but nothing to write home about. So instead, let's take a look at the 8 playoff hopefuls and try and decide who will win. Leave your opinions in the comments below. Leading the way is Busch, and he is a former champion. More known for blowing up and punching people, he is a former champion, winning in 2015, even though he missed half that season, proving how stupid NASCAR truly is. But he has been consistent this year and won 3 races. But he hasn't won since Pocono 18 rounds ago. He needs to step up in the last 4 races to stand a chance, even though he leads the way. Truex Jr has been the best driver over the last couple of years, and was champion in 2017 and almost won last year too. He should be a favourite this year, but as previously mentioned, it's hard to tell. Another good year this year with 6 wins should put him in prime position, but he needs to keep it up for the last few races to get to the finish line first. That is the goal for everybody and a completely redundant statement. Denny Hamlin is the first runner to not be a champion going into this year, so we'll be looking to finally break through that particular glass ceiling. He finished second way back in 2010 and has a couple of thirds to his name. With 5 wins this year, it's probably his best chance, especially as it's his 15th year in the series. It could be his time to shine. Joey Logano finally won the championship last year and enters the playoffs as the defending champion. But he can consider himself lucky to be here, as he has not been the most winningest driver ever with 2 wins. But he only won 3 races last year, including the all-important final race at Miami, that saw him lift the crown, and he can carry that momentum into these playoffs. A second championship could go his way. Kevin Harvick has raced in NASCAR for 19 years. That's a hell of a long time in motorsport. It's not Matt Neal's 30 years in British touring cars long, but god damn, he can be considered an old man by most people's standards. However, in his near 700 races, he has only won 48. But he has finished 10 of those years in the top 5 of the championship. Kinda shocking he's only won 1 title in that time. Back in 2014, and a second title in 19 years is kind of a small return for such an accomplished driver. Compared to Kevin Harvick's 19 years, Chase Elliott's 4 is basically rookie numbers, but 3 more wins for the young charge this year is a good sign of his potential, and this has been another good year for him. After finishing the last 2 years 5th and 6th in the playoffs, he really wants to take that step up into the top 4. He needs races to go his way, but he definitely has the speed to pose a threat. Larson is quick, but he gets involved in far too many incidents. He has only won 1 race this year and can consider himself lucky to even be anywhere near the playoffs. He's here in the final 8 anyway, but he has never climbed above 8th, and he has had better years. Blaney has only ever won 3 races in his short career, but one of them happened to be the playoff race at Talladega, and he finds himself in the final 8. By far the best he has ever done. Like Larson, he needs things to go his way, but can look back content on a good year even if he goes no further. So that's the 8. Who do I think the final 4 will be? Well, I don't see Blaney or Larson getting through. They have ridden their luck too much already, and I think Chase Elliott will fall short. And maybe controversially, I think Hamlin will drop out at this stage too, leaving Busch, Truex, Logano and Harvick in the final 4. And out of that 4, my pick is Truex getting the win. To me, he is the best driver in NASCAR right now, and he can keep that up into the final rounds. I think NASCAR desperately needs to look at the playoff system and decide whether or not it's worth the effort. It really makes no sense, and you need a degree in mathematics, something most NASCAR fans probably don't have. It's a format no one else in their right mind would adopt. But hey, the bosses at NASCAR clearly know best, right? Leave your comments below, subscribe to my stuff, and have a good one.